How do you calculate the number of working days between two dates? In this example, I have a parameter showing start date and a parameter for end date. There are 47 working days between the 26th of October and the 31st of December. Let's take a look at how to do this in Tableau. Start by creating parameters. So I'm going to create a parameter for start date. Make it a date. And let's just do 12/1/2022. Click OK. I'm going to duplicate that and change it to end date and make it 12/31. Okay. Now to make this count work, you need to make sure you have a date, a record for every single date within that range. I have a date table that looks just like this. You have one record for every date. I'm going to have to join that into my data in Tableau. So let's double click on my data, go into my data table. I'm going to add the dates table, open that, and we're going to join it in on date. So I have order date equals date. I'm going to do a full outer because I want there to be a date, a record for every date in this range. Let's go over to our sheet. Start by dragging this new date field from your date table onto rows and change it to exact date. And let's make this discrete. Let's add my start and end date to the view. I'm going to start writing a calculation. Let's create a calculated field and let's start simple. Call it count of days. It's going to be an if statement. If date, make sure you use the date from your date table, is greater than or equal to start date, and date is less than or equal to end date. I'm going to do a lot of and clauses here. And it's not a weekend. Let's take a copy of date by holding Control and dragging it to the right. And I want to change this to weekday so we can see what we're doing. So I want to test if weekday of date, and just drag that in, is not equal to 1, which is Sunday, and weekday is not equal to 7, which is Saturday. Let's just add date here. So if it matches all of this, then we're going to output date. Let's click apply and put count of days into the view. So we can see what we're doing. Scroll down to the bottom here. And you can see that all of these are populated except for weekends. Holidays are a bit more tricky. You have to hard code them. Let's change this then to an if. If it matches all of this, then we're going to test if date is in one of the holidays. So let's just start typing one holiday. So December 25th, 2022. So now we're testing if date is in one of the holidays. You can add commas and add more dates. Then null, else, date. end. We can remove this then clause for now. And I need a then here. Oops. Click apply. Okay. And you can see everything is null if it doesn't count. If it's in a holiday or if it's on a weekend, it shows up as null. Let's go back into our count field and change this. I want to adjust it to count distinct of all of these values. It's going to change my aggregation, so it's going to break. Let's click OK. Anytime you see a red pill, remove it and drag it back in. Let's put it on a label. Now we have a 1 for each day that we want to count. And I don't need date or weekday anymore. And you can see the count of days is 22. And I can change this to adjust the count of days. Hope this helps.